Hi guys, my name is Alexis Morris, and my persuasive speech today is on nonverbal communication. So, this is about the messages you send without using words. I found this quote that I think fits my speech very well. The human body is the best picture of the human soul. Ludwig Wittgenstein. Okay, so have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking someone seemed rude, unfriendly, or uninterested, even though they didn't say anything negative? The truth is that people are constantly judging us based on what we say. Studies show that 70 to 80% of face-to-face communication is nonverbal, meaning our posture, facial expressions, tone of voice, and appearance communicate more than our actual words. The reality is that people begin forming opinions about us within seconds, even before we say a single word. That means our posture, facial expressions, and tone of voice may already be shaping how others see our confidence and credibility. Today, I want to persuade you that learning to control and understand your nonverbal communication is one of the most powerful skills you can develop. So, whether you're going to a job interview, talking with friends, meeting someone new, or even giving a presentation like this one, people are forming impressions about you within seconds based largely on your nonverbal behavior. Improving these skills can help you build stronger relationships, appear more confident, and communicate more clearly. Research discussed in an article by Kendra Cherry explains that understanding nonverbal cues helps people build trust and communicate more effectively. So, first, let's talk about why your body language has such a powerful influence on how others perceive you. Nonverbal communication is the process of sending words without, or the process of sending messages without using words. Excuse me. It includes gestures, facial expressions, posture, tone of voice, eye contact, personal space, and physical appearance. Research published in the Hearing Journal, they are the ones who suggested that the 70 to 80% of communication in face-to-face interactions comes from our nonverbal cues. This means that people often believe your body language more than your words. For example, saying I'm confident while avoiding eye contact and having a slouched posture sends the opposite message than I'm confident. Saying I'm listening while checking your phone shows disinterest. Researchers even describe something called the 2-minute rule. So if your body language contradicts your message for even a short time, people might start to question your credibility. Um, this shows that nonverbal communication can strengthen or completely undermine what you're saying. When we aren't aware of our nonverbal signals, we may accidentally send the wrong message. Someone might think we are uninterested, nervous, or unfriendly, even when that isn't our intention. Now that we know how powerful it is, let's look at the different ways we communicate without speaking. So we have body movement, which is one of the biggest parts of nonverbal communication. So gestures, posture, facial expressions, they reveal emotions and confidence. The book, without saying a word, uh, which is on a later slide, explains that small movements like crossed arms, slouched posture, or nervous fidgeting can signal discomfort or insecurity. Even subtle facial expressions can communicate emotions before we say anything. So, and voice, our tone, pitch, and speaking speed also sends messages. For example, a calm, steady tone signals confidence, while a rushed or shaky voice may suggest nervousness. Small words like or can affect how credible we sound. Appearance, clothing, and grooming create first impressions. Before we say a single word, people already make assumptions about professionalism, confidence, and personality. And then touch. Touch can communicate support, friendliness, or comfort, but it must always be used appropriately depending on the situation. Space, personal space, and environment also communicate, meaning standing too close can feel uncomfortable, while standing too far away can feel distant. All these factors constantly send signals about who we are and how we feel. So if nonverbal communication influences so much of our interactions, the real question becomes how can we use it to our advantage? The good news is that um, nonverbal communication is a skill that we can start improving right away. Um, so improving your body language, improve good posture, relaxed shoulders, eye contact, and open body language. Improve vocal delivery. So speaking clearly, avoiding excessive filler words, and using appropriate tone can increase credibility. People are also um, are more likely to trust and respect someone who sounds confident. Improving appearance. Dressing appropriately and maintaining a good grooming shows respect for both you and the people around you. First impressions matter, and appearance is one of the first nonverbal signals that other people notice. Respecting boundaries, so being aware of personal space and social context helps avoid discomfort and improves communication. When you become aware of these signals, you can control the message that you send to others. The powerful thing about nonverbal communication is that once we become aware of it, we can start controlling it. Small changes in posture, eye contact, and tone can completely change how others perceive us. So, yes, when we consciously improve these behaviors, we can completely change how others perceive us. Nonverbal communication is happening in every conversation that we have, even when we don't realize it. So, today we went over what nonverbal communication is, the many ways we communicate without speaking, and why improving these skills can strengthen relationships and confidence. The reality is that people may forget what you said, but they will remember how you made them feel. And that often comes from nonverbal cues. So, next time you're in a conversation, interview, or presentation, remember your posture, tone, expressions, maybe speaking louder than your words. And if you learn to control these signals, you can become more confident and effective um, at communicating. So, thank you so much. And remember, actions speak louder than words.